Okay, welcome back to another in the DataTrust Brain Share series of videos where we cover different aspects of using the DataTrust secure online storage system. One of the major concerns to be addressed once you decide to embark on using secure online storage as opposed to local tape, etc., is how much it's going to cost. The cost of the service is calculated on the basis of the amount of space that your compressed data takes up on the DataTrust secure servers. Obviously the question there is, how well is my data going to compress? If I have 100 gigs locally here on my computer, what is that going to translate to once it arrives on your servers in the data center? And consequently, which package do I need? And again, how much am I going to be paying per month as a result? Today I'm going to go through with you how to use the DataTrust seed load utility to effectively mimic a backup by running more or less a backup into a local folder on your local server workstation, and once that has run, you will know from the size of that, how much space your backup would actually take up on the DataTrust system. For the purposes of today's demonstration, I've created two folders. One folder containing demo data, which we've entitled DataTrust Demo Data. And if we go into the properties of it, we will see what size it is. I think it's 11.3 megs. The second folder is the seed load test folder, and this should be empty, which it is. We will be backing up the demo data in the first folder into the seed load test folder in the second folder. Because the compression is identical, the actual size of the seed load test folder will be exactly the size that our data will occupy on the DataTrust secure servers once the actual backup is live and running over our internet connection. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we want to do is we want to open the DataTrust client, and let's keep it simple. Let's create a brand new backup job. So I go into the settings window. I press the green plus sign to actually add a backup job. I'm just going to call this DataTrust seed load demo, and I'm certainly not going to break any world records for typing speeds, as you can see. But anyway, Rome wasn't built in a day. If you hit next, right, these are the usual suspects when it comes to backing up your local workstation, as I'm doing here. We don't want to back up to my documents folder. We want to back up this folder that I've created on the E drive. So I go into the advanced, and this advanced button will give us the option of browsing our local drives. So I open the E drive, I put a tick on DataTrust Demo Data folder, I hit OK, I hit next. I don't want to include a schedule because that's not what we're doing at the moment. We're not creating a backup job for scheduling or anything. So we remove the schedule, none, take it in, etc., etc. We hit next. Encryption, not worried about it because it's not being sent out over the internet at the moment. We hit next, and it tells us the backup set has been created successfully. Okay, we're finished in the backup settings window. So we hit OK, and just one tip, always save the settings. I've told you this before. Basically, once you've created your backup job, the first thing to do to secure that backup job is send it to our data center, save it. Now we go to run the backup, but we're going to run it in a very particular fashion. Hit backup, and this time we see our backup jobs listed here. So I see the one I've just created, which is DataTrust seed load demo. Select that one. Now this time, if I was just to hit the OK button there, that would send my data out to the DataTrust data center. I don't want to do that for the moment. I just want to do a dummy run as such. So what I do is go into the options folder. In the third pane here, it asks me, where do I want to back the job up to? either the offsite backup server or local hard disk, which is seed load utility. This is what I said to you. The seed load utility is where you take your backup, store it in a local hard drive, an external hard drive. Usually you bring this external hard drive to the data center, we copy it onto the DataTrust server, and it can be quicker than actually sending the original backup through the internet connection. Okay, so we go local hard disk utility, seed load utility, and we hit the change button here to actually pick up on the temporary folder we're going to use. Remember, I was telling you this is the folder. Seed load test. We hit OK. So now we've told it this is the backup job we want to run, and we just want to do a seed load, in other words a dummy run, and we want to run it to this folder. So if I hit OK, we can see now, because it's only 11 megs in size, this should run pretty quickly, which it is. And as we can see here, it's working across, and it's copying it in here basically, and we can see here finish running commands, backup completed successfully. And if you choose, you can view the log here and you can see what exactly was done in the course of that job. And I can actually say, look, I want to see the whole thing. You can logs per page. I can say I want to see it all in one page, and we go down to the very end, and sure enough it says backup successfully. Okay, hit close. We close the backup client, and now the question is answered. What initially was 11.3 megs in size has compressed down to 10.7. Not great. Obviously, as I said, it depends on the type of, these were text filled Microsoft Word documents. It's copied and pasted stuff over and over, so it's not going to compress not greatly. But anyway, that's the question answered. How much is it going to compress down to? And that's literally done without anybody, that's done with the trial software. Again, many thanks for this, and have a look at the other videos, and if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a shout on 1890 if you're within Ireland, 1890 Protect, or 01404 5129 in Dublin. Thank you very much.